convoluted construct.
Ensuring that our history is being told and in our own language.
We can no longer apologize for fighting for the freedom in our walk.
Or stand still while black men are being moved in a direction of mischaracterization.
Because it's time for the world to acknowledge that our lives have and always will matter.
We decided on not being decided on without our damn permission. So call it defiance, non-compliance, cast us hellbound, demonize us, do whatever you have to do to keep us quiet. We just refuse to be miswritten, misspoken on, relying on, or indicted on misconstrued versions of the truth. So broadcast this is what the anchorman missed. They are limitless, plucked wings that still manage to fly. Ex-mental prisoners of someone else's expectations. Their brains and their bodies were never meant to be beaten into submission to temper fearful dispositions. Their strength holds the stars in place. It takes the night to mold soldiers, and they are eternal warriors, audacious dancers, the deepest of lovers. They are our fathers, our sons, our friends, our brothers. They are our teachers, leaders, keepers of cultural secrets, possibilities, and opportunities. So we decided to speak in their honor, in their celebration, speak over history, speak out of love, to speak into existence the real of their resilience, highlight their brilliance, to come to the understanding that we are all the same children of this world we live in. And as we have not left them, they have not left us. So, we decided
to not be silent.
To reach into our throats for the words that shouldn't have to be said.
To author our character to be caretakers of our own narrative.
To craft content contrary to convoluted construct.
Ensuring that our history is being told and in our own language.
We can no longer apologize for fighting for the freedom in our walk.
Or stand still while black men are being moved in the direction of mischaracterization.
Because it's time for the world to acknowledge that our lives have and always will matter.
We decided to stand beside, not just behind, our black brethren. On this, we decided.
Yes.
So, really quick, to keep this energy, right? So, in between my pieces, when I say, if you can feel it, I want you guys to reply back, you can speak it, okay? And say it like y'all mean it, okay? If you can feel it,
you can speak it.
From the depths, that rock bottom repetitive cycle that tomorrow has you looking forward to. So we add vocabulary to our frustration in blue lines and black cursors, showing the blues and white lies, saying we are more than your black curse, sir. Grabbing our titles of being blessings wrapped in space with a universe for a mind informing life like a planet's atmosphere. Because if you can feel it, for the times that you felt human in a society that wanted you to be super. Chant how the system isn't a ball and chain, how your sex won't be held as a restraint, how religion may rebuke your shortcomings, so we just embrace the lessons that came in its place. Let this stage be your claim, voice your paint on their grave. Let us congregate around your testimony as you reenact the scriptures of your pain, because if you can feel it, because the quietest mouth has the loudest thoughts, transferring thunderbolts through ink to write rainstorms. Because that tighten the fears affect your peers, because we all know what that stuff feels like. When F you, I hope you rot really doesn't satisfy revenge. And that wishful thinking inspires your karma coming, when that heartbreaker had the nerve to break your heart and sorrow for words weren't poetic enough to capture your emotions. Tearful spirit like pen-toting Ghostbusters. So when we say it, we mean it. And the audience will have no choice but to respect our team of radical expressions forced to be spoken. So master and architect your talents, building blocks. Adjust your swag by turning your lungs to amplifiers, bringing that extra, so they can read all about the seduction off the tips of your cupid, seducing those guilty pleasures that lay dormant and ignored. Bring them to life. Be that life. Summon the flaring wings of your phoenix and be fly with all your might, but anchor you. Hold yourself down humbly, because this is your existence, but don't just exist. Dance, ace all those challenges and welcome in those new bees, because we're all wild cards shuffling to be here, be heard, be loved, be embraced here. So if you can feel it,
you can see it.
And we mean that. Shh.
One,
twice, 3 times the minority. Not considered a whole person, let alone a citizen or intellectual worthy of their majority. See, their rules, their laws, their freedoms didn't apply to me. And when they spoke of equality, they weren't referring to me. They told me I didn't have a voice and that if I did, it would be rejected. Told me I didn't have a choice because it was being cast in shadows, subjected by their pride, fears, and desire to control anything unlike them. Disregarded, disrespected, and neglected by their ignorance, they claimed that my color was confined to slave labor, that my sex needed to be restricted by chauvinistic gender roles, and that my preference would condemn my soul. Told me I could clean their homes, but I couldn't reside amongst them. I could raise their families, but I couldn't head them alone. I could be the female athlete that left them in awe, but I could never be their daughter-in-law. Segregated, separated, set aside by society, but still superseding their supposed superiorities because I am once, twice, 3 times the person they will ever be. I have once, twice, 3 times the soul they will ever own. I am once, twice, 3 times stronger than they want me to be. See, they envy me, they mimic me, they want me and my bravery. They see this walk, remember the history, and want to pick up on the rhythms. They want to apologize but don't know where to begin because for centuries I've been responsible for challenging their hearts, opening their minds, abolishing adversity, breaking barriers, and defining diversity. See, I add a spice to life that they're afraid to taste but a little curious to cook with. And their attempts to break me have given me the greatest strength, resilience. So try as they might, but they will never successfully strip me of these rights. I have been lynched, raped, and mobbed. I have been suppressed, denied, and ignored, and I will tolerate this no more. I will not stop marching, rallying, advocating, and speaking until my honor is restored. I demand respect and acknowledgments for the bookmarks that I own in history. So revise all those textbooks to recall that I, yes, I was there for it all, meaning your wars wouldn't have been won without me. Economies wouldn't have thrived without me. Advancements would have been limited and reputations devoid of any dignity without me. I was once 3/5 of a person, and then I was president. Was once just a housewife, and now I am CEO. I was once a taboo, and now I am mainstream, the poster child of self-acceptance. So I'm demanding change and taking names, and I'm not even gonna bother asking for equality or reparations. I just want them to dismiss themselves out of my way as they realize that tomorrow will be nothing like yesterday. I am the cultural essence of this country. I have perspectives that they could never see, and I have been places that they could never be. So check the census because the numbers do not lie. And no longer can they deny my purpose, place, or presence in this society. Because as of today, I am once, twice, 3 times your majority, black, female, lesbian.
Than the weight of pride, it'll be easier to let go. When your soul holds your mind to the top of its highest standards, then your heart will follow. Be brave. Be curious enough to yearn for another answer. Be calm so that you are able to hear and listen real close. Don't blow it. Allow your confidence to exude your worth as you acknowledge its importance. Don't choke. Life has a way of forcing your hands to swallow it, but keep them raised. Keep them in surrender, because this pain too shall pass. This rain too shall pass. Look for God to reveal its rainbow so that you are assured your colors are safe. Replace perception with your voice so that you never lose your faith. Believe in you, because nobody can take that away but you. Stay true to the blood that charges passion through your veins, and be still, if only for a moment, so that you are able to feel the energy within it. Love, like hate, doesn't speak maliciously on your tongue. Don't let it taste like salt. Don't let it abuse your power. Your voice is power. Don't let it fool you into thinking that you are privileged. Without it, that you are better off being silent. Like words can't fight it. Like your words are worth breaking the chains that brought us here. Like your words are worth take healing the wounds that have been licked by the whips of their staff. Don't let it hurt more than you are able to feel. Don't be numb. Fight the urge to become victim. Don't succumb to this pain. Let it use you. Let it pour from the brittle in your bones so that it becomes the strength in your vertebrae. Stand tall and be firm so that society can't learn to break you down. Hold on to your crown and be fluid in your walk so that the sound of freedom is persistent every time your soles hit the ground. March until the calluses on your feet bleed for once was then and still now. Breathe while you can and for as long as you need to, because everyone loses a little bit of themselves. yourselves, but don't let it become something you're used to and help. Be free the voices in your head, but don't let them fall dead. Be vibrant, be kind, be a little less of them and more of you. Be fierce, be smooth, be as cool as you used to, as youthful as the optimism in your reflections when you used to be. Less hurt, less pain, when your gain of strength is more insistent than your thoughts are negative. Be vain, be less cocky and a little more humble. Be humble, receive blessings as if they are a rarity and as if you wouldn't have made it without one. Be free, freedom, be free, so just don't sit in this cavity of darkness. Be light, shine brighter so that your days are a bit longer than your nights, and cry even if you are afraid to. Let your tears wash away the fears of putting yourself first. Remember that it is your turn. Remember that you've earned your right to fight back. So right to fight that urge, to close your fist and open your palms. Push the pen through your fingertips and preach the word of the church is in the center of your living room. Your tongue is an instrument of justice. So be sure to sing melodically and in unison with your heartstrings. Play tunes of revolution and give hope where the deprivation of allegiance is potent. And be consistent. Just promise you'll remain impatient so that your desire to change and your unwillingness to remain complacent in this world is always present. Thank you.